Hello, friends. Welcome to another broadcast of the weekly free instant tournament. Today's Monday, 27th of May, and we will play 8 deals with match point scoring. You know the drill already. You have until Friday to play these hands, the exact same hands that I'll be playing here. So if you want to play them first and then check the video, that's probably more useful for anybody who wants to compare his results and logic to mine. We have 16 high card points here. Very canonical strong no trump opener. What is that? That is a splinter. So typically a 3-suited hand, as you can see here. And we have an excellent hand for a splinter, but part is a passed hand. If he were not a passed hand, we would have to leave open the possibility of slam, because we have a few wasted values in diamonds, only a queen. That's below average for a no trump opener. And we have aces and kings on the side. That said, the 3-suited shape opposite is not great. If he were 5-4-4-4 with 5 clubs, the hand would be much more promising, of course, with a diamond void. But here we just want to play 4 spades. It's probably good enough. And indeed, we have a diamond loser and problems in clubs and spades. This is a lead from the ace king, very likely. That is a nice shift. But we want to ruff 2 diamonds in dummy. And maybe hope to throw a club on the 4th heart. It's very optimistic. There's no harm in trying. Now let's see, did that queen of spades shift? I see that my cat is visible behind me. That queen of spades shift is very often from a singleton. So if that is the case, spades are for 1. No. So now we should probably cash the king and the ace of clubs, just in case somebody has 4 clubs and 4 hearts. Draw the last trump, discarding 2 clubs from dummy. And the heart has been pitched, so the hearts are high. Pitched on 4. It's not bad. Could have finessed in hearts since the 10-9 of hearts appeared here. And it's probably percentage. There's a restricted choice argument involved here, but I wouldn't risk that in match points, because I think lots of people would not play S2 ruff 2 diamonds. I would expect to have already gained some points in the play without risking to lose them by a late heart finesse that would hold me to 4, right? If I finesse, play the heart to the 8 and lost to jack to 9, in East, he would cash a club at that ending, and so it would make only 10 tricks. As it stands, we made 12, which is, well, 5 were a given. 11 tricks were impossible to lose if we ruff 2 diamonds in dummy. Let's see how people see it. Almost the same bidding. King of diamonds, queen of spades. People are really not counting their tricks, not seeing that ruffing 2 diamonds in dummy before drawing trumps is essential for you to score an extra trick. That's a bit of a lazy, unattentive play by most people, as so often happens in these tournaments. Good declare play, not exceptional, but just good. gives you a huge score. I wouldn't expect 100% on this hand. It basically didn't have any decision points since there was a heartless card. If at the end of, if he had not discarded a heart, I might have stopped to think about the heart finesse. But anyway, here we have another opening hand. Diamond, a spade, two clubs. So we were hoping that we would get a major, but partners two clubs, while not denying a major very often, it's very seldom has four hearts. Has to be a strong hand with beautiful five or longer clubs to beat clubs instead of doubling one spade with four hearts. It's an annoying hand because we are not dying to beat no trumps here. We would like to find a fit, if any. And no trump from ace, very small spades. I would like a 9, at least a 10 would be great, but 7 is really bad. But there's no better bid here. And any other bid would be more misleading. Now that partner is showing a non-forcing hand. See here, this 3 clubs. Whether or not one diamond pass 2 clubs is game forcing is something that any partnership should discuss. And because this is a different auction compared to one of a major pass to anything. And many people play 2/1 game forcing, but even if you do play 2/1 game forcing, one diamond, 2 clubs is different. But that's without the overcall. With the overcall, it is clearly inferior to play this as game forcing. You have lots of hands in which you want to bid your suit in a preparation for a competitive auction if East is about to raise spades. And so you should be able to beat clubs with less than a game force. And that's exactly what North is doing here. He's showing that he has less than a game force. My hand is not bad. 3 aces. 3 aces is always good. But for no trumps, the single club is a big minus. If partner has 6 clubs and 10 or 11 high card points, we are really undernourished for 3 no trumps. So I will just pass here. We need exceptional clubs. You see, he doesn't have them. If he had King, Queen, Jack, 9, 6, something like that, and a side entry that was unassailable, then 3 no trumps would be possible. As it stands, it's not. And so we are playing 3 clubs from North. It's strange that it didn't shift us to the North position. It's peculiar, but we'll win the King of Spades, of course, and think what we do after that. 10 of Spades. We have 12, 13 and 11. So 24 card points, 16 are missing. And so it's very likely that this lead is from a double. With 3 spades, if he's so weak that he didn't want to raise, let's call it 3 or fewer high card points, then West would have an opening bid. Well, he might have that. But as it stands, I think it's more likely that spades are 6-2 than 5-3. And we have to develop some tricks in either hearts or diamonds. And I think hearts are more promising. All I need is an honor and a 10 with the player that possibly has the length there, since this guy is short in spades. So let's go for it. Up to the 9. No luck there, but some luck here. Queen of diamonds is a very welcome shift because now my Jack 10 is the trick. I have a discard on the spade for the heart, so all I have to do is to draw trumps as quickly as possible to make it very hard for them to win more trump tricks than they deserve. So this guy and I will win 2 club tricks. They will make a total of 2 club tricks, 1 diamond, and 1 heart. And the rest is ours, 9 tricks for us. Each our heart and play. Spade 6-2, as I imagined, 89%. It's a good time for a word from our sponsors. Our sponsors, in this case, are other initiatives of mine. And so we put here bridgestudio.substack.com is a blog that is membership is free. There are 2 tiers of membership. The lowest tier is free membership with access to all articles that don't have this little lock icon here. And the subscription is very affordable, is only $12 per month, which is roughly $1 per article, because I am publishing at a rate of about 12 articles per month. So it's fairly frequent, 3 a week. I've been maintaining that rhythm. I don't know how it will be when I'm away on a tournament, but I'll strive to maintain that rhythm. So take a look. There are discussions of bidding. These are my last article was about slam bidding, but bidding, declare play, and defense. So bridgestudio.substack.com. At the third deal, we have 17 high card points, a very powerful hand, but we are ready for competitive auction here, because a spade void is always foreshadowing of competitive auction. We have to open our best suit. Wow. Very strange that nobody's bidding spades when partner has 4 hearts, at least. And now we should really splinter here, because it's such power. This hand is very powerful. King Queen of Clubs is not fantastic for slam, but everything else is. And we can make a slam with King 5th of Hearts and nothing else. 3 high card points. It's not a lay down slam, but the chances that we will be able to draw trumps and run diamonds and lose only 1 club are substantial. So we really need to make a strong move towards slam, and he's making another strong move himself. Not the one that we were hoping for. And that ace of spades is not great for us, but that means that we can ask for key cards here, and assuming that since 3 spades shows shortness, he wouldn't ever bid for spades without the ace, because bidding with the king is very stupid, opposite a singleton. And so we may be able to. So he has 2 key cards without the queen. That means one of them is the ace of spades. He may have the ace of clubs. And in this case, we would like to be in slam, because the chances that we would be able to pick up the hearts are quite good. With ace jack 10 4th opposite to 5 little. Or he has the king of hearts. No, heart queen. And then it's not such a desirable slam, because we are missing the ace of clubs in that scenario. And then we'll have to pick up the queen of hearts, assuming that diamonds will be easily establishable. I like my chances. I'll bid 6, because partner made a strong move with 4 spades. He should have, well, yeah, he has the 2. It's pretty much what I expected here. And that lead is apparently from a singleton, which means that I can't finesse in hearts. That is annoying. I was hoping that partner would have the singleton diamond. And if I finesse in hearts and lose, I'll lose a heart rough. So I'll have to hope for a singleton heart honor or 2 hearts. Both are very likely. Both, either, not both. One of them. That's what I meant. Yeah, so now we are home. Interesting hand, especially about that nuance of not finessing in hearts, which is the best play in the heart suit, but not after the diamond lead. Okay, pass, two diamonds. We have a two spade overcall. I don't think it's too strong for two spades. And now we have a take out double showing extras. And partner put us in game. It's a bit of a strange auction. I think that the player who's willing to jump to four probably should have raised before, and I would have raised with his hand to three spades in the second round. Four trumps, three diamonds opposite an expected singleton, three low diamonds, king and queen of clubs, king of hearts and queen of clubs that therefore probably useful cards. Yes, I should be short in diamonds from his viewpoint. But we are in our best contract here. It's all about finding a jack of clubs in West for an overtrick. For the second overtrick. Just drawing trumps. We can lead a heart to dummy. Why not? Just play our low first club from dummy. Sometimes we see a strange card popping up here. But after that, we will simply finesse the 10 of clubs, losing to the jack. Okay, and we can. Yeah, an inescapable club. Well, we could have played a club to the queen and a low club back. Maybe we should. It's a bit surprising that we got 35% out of this. Is everybody getting an ace of club lead? Yeah, well played. I think I played this one badly. After ace king of diamonds is in his, I was too confident that the jack of clubs should be with a guy that has length, but he didn't have length because he had six hearts. But it was perhaps careless play. Still, next case, we have a one heart opening bid. I'm not sure that playing for a double ace is better, but I could have roughed the heart. That I could have done, and then I would find out six hearts. So that's the best play here. King of diamonds in the trump. Draw trumps, 3 rounds of hearts immediately, roughing in dummy. And once I find out that hearts are 6-2, now I should play east to be long in clubs. I know his distribution, actually. I know that he has a 1, 2, 6, 4. And he shouldn't have the ace of clubs based on the bidding. He would have opened one diamond with ace, king, and ace. He should. And so that was careless play from me. Well-deserved inferior score. One heart opening bid. 2 clubs, 2 hearts. I have the shortness in clubs suggests that we should bid, but the weak trump suggests that we shouldn't. We are vulnerable versus not. Oh, thanks. Leave it to partner if he wants to. Singleton king of hearts here, but extreme club length means that they will probably win that 3 club and 3 hearts would perhaps be a nice sacrifice. I don't know. It depends on what this guy has in diamonds. Should we switch to spades now? In effect, hoping that partner has a queen of spades instead of values in diamonds. I think we should. If Declare leads a diamond, I will probably have to duck this because partner may have a king or a queen. But I would like to dislodge that ace of spades, especially if partner has the queen. At least we didn't see the queen from Declare. We can establish that 10 of hearts. Maybe he's playing for that. Indeed, he will discard something on that 10 of hearts, possibly a spade. but we couldn't have done worse than what we did here. Now let's cash as many spades as possible. Which is 1. And the hand is over. Let's see. So we, in 3 hearts, we would have had some problems with diamonds. That this vulnerability was really risky, really risky. We got some points by switching to that early spade. Yeah, lots of 150s here, and people going to 4 hearts. 4 hearts is really optimistic, but we would win. Hopefully, 4 heart tricks, not clear because that 10 of hearts may be annoying, but 4 heart tricks, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, that's 8. Looks like down 100. Looks like that. Anyway, 16 high card points. Another canonical no trump opening bid. No divergence on the bidding in this one. Favorable lead. But this shows there is a dilemma in this case. We have 12 high card points in dummy. There's only therefore 12 high card points missing. And the 2 of hearts shows a 4 heart suit. 4 heart suit. So it's very, very unlikely that Mr. West has a singleton club. Should have 2 or 3. And he's leading from a bad suit. And so the typical avoidance play, which we would do in an imp contract, is a very easy hand to play in imps. We have 4 clubs. If we lose a queen of clubs, 3 hearts and 2 spades, that's 9 tricks. All we have to do is to win this opening lead and duck a club to West, who can't attack diamonds. But here we would be playing quite against the percentages by finessing clubs, because it's almost certain. It's very unlikely that West has a single club. If he has 2 clubs, we don't want to finesse either way. And if he has 3 clubs, again, we don't want to finesse either way. Or we want to finesse by playing a low club to the jack, which is risky. So I'll just cash his king of clubs and I'll block this first. Safety be damned. I'll play ace and king. Okay. Was safe in a way that now he discarded a diamond and a heart. Now we would like to be able to duck a spade to West now, taking advantage of possible spades for 3. 3-3, sorry. Let's do that. And everybody's pitching spades, so I think my spades are established. Indeed. So now we'll lose the diamond. At the end, hoping that the ace is offsided. Yes, it is. So that was the best we could have done. Unless we finessed clubs into the danger hand, which was tempting, but risky. Anyway, time for another word from our sponsors. And now instead of the Bridge Studio, I'll talk about Wilsonovich Bridge Services, which is an agency of professional bridge services founded by Brian Glubach and in partnership with me. You can read at your leisure here. We have online and live bridge services with a fantastic team of pro players, including Bob Hammond and Joe Grew and other outstanding players. So if you'd like to improve your game, if you're ready to win more, get in touch with us via that website, Wilsonovich Bridge Services. We have a phone number and a contact form. Here's the phone number, the contact form. And that's it. That's the word from our second sponsor. Deal 7, we have 15 high card points, a black 2-suiter. In the old days, people would open one club with his hand, and it's not horrible per se, but I think one spade has been proven to be best nowadays. And now we have to reopen with 3 clubs. And good old partner is telling us that if we trusted our partner to be sensible, that we should be passing here, because we have shown extreme length in spades and clubs when we didn't double. But I know that the robot is not sensible. He would be bidding 3 diamonds on a 5-card suit here, which is horrible, horrible. But I think he might well be doing that. But there's no better bid. I don't want to. Well, 8 plus total points. Interesting. If that's 8 plus total points, should I believe him? I have to be 3 no trumps if that is 8 plus total points. With trepidation. Look at this hand. How sad, how pathetic it is that a player would bid 3 diamonds with 4 to the 10. Instead of 3 hearts. If he wants to look for 3 no trumps, he should be 3 hearts. And I would be 3 no trumps, and he's 3 no trumps. Anyway, now we have 5 club tricks, 2 aces, 7. We need spade tricks, because if we play hearts, they will switch to diamonds. We have a second heart stopper, which is great, but we need spade tricks. So let's get to dummy and hope that Mr. East has, wow. Now we have only 4 club tricks. Avoid in hearts. What is this guy's shape? 6-4-0. Very likely 6-0. We have to hope for 3-4 without spade honors. No such luck. But we have now 4 club tricks. If he cashes hearts, he's jack of hearts, 2 hearts, 6, a diamond and a spade. Okay, so now they have available to cash. Their shapes are probably that. West having 3, 6, 4, 0. They can probably cash 2 hearts in total, 1 spade, 3, 2 diamonds, 5. So we are down 1. And if I duck a spades, we'll go down 2. So the best that I can do here is to cash out. Cashing out. Hoping maybe this guy has king, queen, jack of diamonds. And only 2 spades. But it's very unlikely. Whoa! Happy days. Claim 0 tricks. That's precisely what I was hoping for. Spades were 4, 2. This guy had to give me a diamond trick at the end, so that we went only down 1. 96%. 6-4-3. Instead of I was hoping initially for 3, 6, 4, 3 spades without the ace. So therefore a little more strength in diamonds. Notice also that the 8, 10, 9, 7 was good enough for us to trick East into covering and yielding a trick. Okay, 18 high card points. Last deal, 18 high card points. We would like to be able to play no trump from partner's side, but I don't know how to do that. And this hand is not that so great. Amazing that two no trump should be a club raise. Yeah. We have nothing to contribute now. And we should probably be. This guy has a balanced hand with only 3 clubs, maybe. I just want to lead safely here. Yes, 3 clubs, big hand here. And now we need maybe a little diamond because I want. This guy has only 3 diamonds at the most, right? Because he has 3 clubs, he can have 4 diamonds. So let us establish our diamond tricks. We'll have to draw trumps and then we'll have an exit leading diamonds forever. He gives us a trick shortening the long trumps. He has no more trumps in his hand. So now we can lead diamonds. We gave him his king. But let him play everything else from his hand. I won't be end played here. So now if he has a king of spades, we need the ace of hearts to make another trick, which is very unlikely. But yeah. So 3 clubs it is. Bart had a singleton club. A 3 suited hand. Maybe 3 diamonds would be okay, but surely this is good enough. 82%. Nice score. Careless play on board 4. I could have explored more about their shape to find out the right playing clubs. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.